My dad's tree wasn't a tree. He thought it was just a seed, a simple garden project. But what grew in our backyard wasn't a tree, it was something alive and hungry. This is one of the darkest stories I've ever found on Reddit. A father, a son, and a secret buried in the roots of something that shouldn't exist. It started 15 years ago. I was 10. My dad came home from work buzzing with excitement. He showed me a single gnarled black seed, heavy spiral patterns carved into it. He said it would grow into a king of trees, a protector. We planted it together. It was a good memory, one of the last good ones. The tree grew fast, too fast. Within 2 years, it towered over me. My dad built a little fence around it, not to protect it, but to mark its territory. Only he was allowed near it. It became his obsession. As the tree grew, he changed. He stopped talking about work, stopped eating with us. He'd spend hours sitting under that tree, head tilted, whispering to it. He said, "The tree is well today. It enjoyed the rain." We thought it was harmless, gardening therapy maybe, until everything else started dying. The flowers wilted, the grass turned gray. Even our dog refused to go near it. He'd stand at the door, whining, tail tucked, staring at the shadow like it was alive. And the shadow, it was cold, not normal cold. It felt heavy, like it was pulling the warmth out of the world. Years passed. He quit his job, said the tree needed him. He barely slept, barely ate. He looked thinner every day. That peaceful smile on his face was worse than anger. It was like he'd already surrendered to it. My mom begged him to come inside. He'd just say, "The shadow is enough. It comforts me." We knew then the tree was killing him. I couldn't watch him waste away any longer. One night I grabbed an axe from the garage. The moon was full. The shadow covered half the yard. As soon as I stepped into it, the cold hit me, bone deep. The bark felt slick, not rough, not like wood. And then I heard it, a whisper, right beside my ear. "Don't!" I froze. My heart stopped. No one was there, just me. I told myself it was the wind, and I swung the axe. Thwack. The sound wasn't wood, it was flesh. Something warm splattered my hands. I swung again, and again. Thick black liquid spilled from the wound, metallic like blood. I touched it, I smelled it. It was blood, but I couldn't stop. I had to save him, so I kept swinging until the ground shook, and the tree screamed. Then it fell. Silence. No more shadow, no more whispers. I aimed my flashlight at the stump, and that's when I saw it. The inside wasn't wood, it was muscle, tissue, red sinew, pulsing like veins. And in the center, embedded into the trunk itself, was the torso of a human being. I had cut it clean in half. That's when I heard his voice. "Burn it!" My dad was standing behind me, pale, shaking, but his eyes were clear for the first time in years. We didn't speak. We just moved. We chopped it to pieces, soaked it in gasoline, and burned it until nothing was left but ash and black soil. I thought I'd saved him, but I was wrong. Now he sits inside. He eats. He sleeps. He breathes. But he's not here. He just stares out the window at the empty spot where the tree once stood. And sometimes, at night, I hear him whisper, as if answering a voice only he can hear. The tree's gone, but its shadow never really left. At first, I thought it was just grief. You don't spend 15 years worshiping something and just stop. But the longer I watched him, the more I realized it wasn't sadness. It was attention. He wasn't lost in thought. He was listening. Sometimes I'd find him standing at the back door at 3 in the morning, the glass fogged from his breath, his eyes wide open, staring into the dark. When I asked what he was doing, he just said, "It's still speaking." You don't hear it? I didn't. At least, not at first. It began with small things. The smell of wet earth drifting through the vents, the faint sound of branches creaking, even though there were no trees left outside. And one night, while I was lying in bed, I heard it, a slow, rhythmic sound, like something heavy dragging itself across the yard. I looked out the window. The moonlight was dim, but enough to see movement. The soil in the center of the yard was shifting. It pulsed, like something breathing beneath it. I ran downstairs. My father was already there, barefoot on the patio, his face lit by the pale glow from the window. He was whispering again, his lips barely moving. I caught fragments. Hungry, roots, home. Then he turned toward me, and for a moment, I swear I saw the reflection of leaves moving in his eyes. Not the color, the motion, like something was growing behind them. I told him to come inside. He didn't respond. I grabbed his arm and felt the skin under his sleeve ripple, soft, warm, like something alive was moving underneath. He just smiled that same serene smile from years ago and said, "It never left me. It just needed new soil that was 2 nights ago." Now the grass around the fire pit is black again, and when I walk past his room, I can hear the same whisper that once came from the tree. Only now, it's using his voice. If you made it this far, press subscribe and like for more late-night stories like this one. This was Last Seen Online, and remember, not everything that grows in your backyard is alive.